Just imagine you're a soldier conducting night patrol in the jungle and suddenly you hear something like this. This is Ghost Tape number 10, one of the audio recordings created by US engineers and South Vietnamese soldiers. You see, like most cultures, the Vietnamese people believe in performing rituals to show respect to the dead. And in Vietnamese culture, if proper burial is not given to the deceased, their souls will continue to wander the earth. During the Vietnam War, North Vietnam was supported by the Soviet Union, China, and other communist states, while South Vietnam is supported by the US and its allies. A psychological operation codenamed Operation Wandering Soul was designed to instill fear and weaken the morale of North Vietnamese soldiers to increase desertions or defections to the South. The pre-recorded audio were voiced by South Vietnamese for authenticity, and most of these operations would take place at night. These audio recordings would be played using loudspeakers deployed by helicopters, as well as patrol boats along the river. The US Army would also deploy special infantry to infiltrate enemy lines and play the audio recordings. However, the success of these ghost tapes were mixed. Some North Vietnamese soldiers were genuinely affected by the ghost tapes. A Viet Cong commander said, "These messages were hard to ignore, for the sound even penetrated through the earth to Viet Congs hidden in the underground tunnels."
Nhưng tôi còn đâu bắn hình hàng nữa. Tôi đã chết rồi mà con bay ơi. Tôi hẳn không biết chừng nào. Các bạn của tôi ơi, tôi trở về để nói cho các bạn biết rằng tôi đã chết. Địa ngục, cái chết thật là oan uổng, thật là vô nghĩa. Nhưng lúc tôi biết thì đã quá muộn rồi. Các bạn ơi, các bạn còn sống, còn có ngày các bạn gặp được người thân yêu của các bạn. Các bạn có muốn tôi nói trở về các bạn muốn mau đi, nhất quyết mau đi, lừa bỏ các bạn. Nếu không thì không thể tránh được cái sự cảm thương như tôi. Trở về đi các bạn ơi, nếu không thì quá muộn rồi, quá trễ rồi. Trở về đi.
The tape was so effective that we were instructed not to have it played within earshot of South Vietnamese forces because they too were as susceptible as the Viet Cong or North Vietnamese.
In other instances, North Vietnamese soldiers immediately fired upon wherever the sound was coming from, whether out of fear or they knew this was a PSYOP. In doing so, they would compromise their positions, allowing US forces to return fire. In one particular occasion in 1970, an audio recording of a tiger's growl, which was recorded at a Bangkok zoo, was amplified over a hilltop controlled by communist forces in South Vietnam. This resulted in 150 Viet Congs abandoning their positions. Operation Wandering Soul was accompanied by other PSYOPs in Vietnam. Propaganda leaflets were printed by the US military and distributed by air. As the Vietnamese people felt the need to have proper burials, these leaflets would threaten them with unmarked graves. Other leaflets depicted soldiers thinking about their families. Ultimately, the effectiveness of these PSYOPs is often intangible and dependent on multiple factors. For instance, when leaflets were dropped in an area where the population is illiterate, it would have little impact since they cannot read.